A spending standoff. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are running out of time. Without a last-minute compromise, the government will begin to shut down at midnight. We could all feel the impacts of a stalemate in Washington. Good evening, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington, and earlier tonight, the Republican measure to fund the government for 7 weeks stumbled for a second time in the Senate. This makes it all but certain that the government begins to shut down at midnight. The bill failed in a 55-45 vote. If a shutdown does happen, nearly 500,000 non-essential workers could be furloughed. And the White House has threatened to use the shutdown to permanently lay off more federal employees. Among the first impacts we could see from a shutdown, the FDA may stop inspections. Flights may be delayed because of staffing shortages. And national parks and monuments could go unstaffed. Josh Sanders spoke with one man who has felt the impact of a government shutdown before.
In the heart of Philadelphia's Old City, the Liberty Bell Center draws over 1 million visitors annually. And on this day, one of those visitors is Navy veteran Greg Palmer, who served 12 years before he says he was medically discharged.
So I did 3 tours. Did a tour in Kuwait to kind of start out, and I did 2 in Afghanistan. Got rocked pretty good while I was there.
With the shutdown looming, federal employees could once again face furloughs or work without pay. Palmer says he still remembers the last time he was caught in the middle.
While we're overseas, you get like combat and hazardous duty pay. Well, after that shutdown happened, I don't know if something just kind of fell through the cracks, but I never actually got back pay from them.
He says the impact goes far beyond just federal workers.
The people who are in Philly, wanting to see the history of our country aren't going to have a chance to be able to do this. Why? You're losing out on tourism. You're not paying your employees, which means there's a hit on the economy, but they're not out there spending money. And over what? It's a bunch of political ideology stuff. Like, you're elected to serve a purpose, to serve the people, but really it's just about personal interests.
And beyond the shutdown is the threat of more federal layoffs, according to a new White House memo.
How many federal workers do you plan to lay off?
Well, we may do a lot.
And jobs could be at risk for programs losing federal funding on October 1st, or those not aligned with the president's priorities. And there are 34,000 federal workers in the Philadelphia region.
Palmer hopes lawmakers will shift their focus away from partisan fights and back to the people they represent.
They should be spending their time on things that are more important.
People.
Yeah, the people.
Josh Sanders, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Now, if a shutdown occurs, people who receive SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps, and WIC benefits, which is for pregnant women and babies, could be impacted depending on how long the shutdown lasts. Based on what's happened during other government shutdowns, experts say recipients will receive their payments for the first month. If a shutdown goes beyond a month, states could have to come up with contingency plans, or we could see delays in benefits.
But for WIC, the difficulty here is when there's a threat of a government shutdown, or as in the case a handful of years ago, the federal government did shut down for about 35 days. We do see that is going to have an impact to programs.
Right now, it's unclear if and when benefits could be disrupted, and experts say continue to use them as usual. Stay with CBS News Philadelphia as we count down to the possible government shutdown when we are not on television. You can always find the latest at cbsphiladelphia.com.